Good morning, guys, and happy Friday. So I am going to go over the instructions for your final kind of rough draft piece of this paper. This is the last piece that you have to write from scratch. After this paper is turned in, which is going to be on the 23rd of September, so that is next Wednesday, then everything else is going to be editing and revising and putting it together. Okay, so if you are caught up to this point, this is the last piece that you need to kind of create. Okay, if you are not at this point yet, I highly encourage you to get there very, very soon because we have 3 weeks left. Okay, so this is research assignment number 7 and paper 3. We are looking at your best solutions. So paper 2 was all about what solutions are there. Now you're going to take those 3 solutions that you've already discussed and you're going to determine which one is the best of those 3. Okay, so again, here is your kind of research packet. I am going to go here again, and you have all of your assignments here. Assignment number 7 is now a live link. So when I click on assignment number 7, it will open up the directions, okay? So let me go through those with you very quickly. This one is a little bit shorter of a paper compared to your last one. This one is 600 words, okay? So it's a little bit shorter. It's actually the shortest one that you're writing because the first paper was 650. The second one was 750, and this one is 600. Okay, so this is about 1.5 pages to 2 pages where you are going to argue what your best solution is going to be, and you're going to create counter arguments. So you want to take this and think somebody is always going to disagree with me. How am I going to prove that my point is valid? And you don't want to get angry. This is not you suck and you're stupid and obviously I'm right. You want to defend it with something that is logical, okay? And that's where your research will help you do that, okay? So what you're going to do is you are going to, again, explain what your claim is. So what is your problem? You're just going to give me a little sentence or two, kind of what the problem is, and then maybe give a little bit of like, these were the 3 solutions. And then for each solution, you are going to explain the specifics. You're going to start with your best one, okay? So what makes it the best? And then the other 2 solutions, you are going to give me the cons. And so you could go back to the worksheet from paper 2 to help you with that because you had that pro and con list. But you don't have to, okay? And then the last piece is you do want to address cons of your best solution, but you're going to argue how they don't hinder it. Why is it still the best solution? So like for water scarcity, one of the best solutions could be to build a well. Now, obviously that's going to cost a lot of money, so that's a con. But we can raise money, we can ask for donations, we could do all sorts of things to help that con not be so bad, okay? So you're basically going to say, why do the cons for your solution, for your best one, not matter? Now, if we go to our second page, again, it gives you this 600 words. You do need the intro and the conclusion. So this should still be a multiple paragraph essay with an introduction. You should have multiple body paragraphs and a conclusion. It should be double spaced and it should follow the MLA style, okay? You're going to argue your 3 solutions that could solve your problem. You will need to go find another source. So you need 1 to 3 sources for this paper, but you definitely need a new one, okay? Because for the whole paper, when you put this all together at the end in October, you need 5 sources total. So you might need to go find 1 new article. And as usual, you're going to incorporate this and include your in-text citations. You want to use objective voice. I do not want to see me or I or you, okay? You want to keep it objective and say, instead of saying, think about when you did this, you want to do things like, people often imagine blah, 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 okay? And then please do not forget your works cited page and your outline that needs to be filled in. Okay, this goes through your steps to create your pages, and I'll go through these steps with you here in just a second, and then you're going to turn everything in on Canvas. I skipped one. Okay, so you're going to find your 3 solutions first. Sorry, I apologize. Then you're going to go to this best solution worksheet. Okay, so if I open this up, ooh, let's try this again. There we go. It's going to ask you to make a copy. And then, as usual, because you are going to be turning in this worksheet with your paper, you want to go up here and you want to change the title of it to your name. Okay, you're going to put your name and your topic up here. And what this is asking you to do is just kind of think about what your best solution is and type it here. And then come up with several reasons why this is your best solution, and maybe kind of keep track of the articles that you're getting the information from. Then it's going to ask you to go back to these ideas of cons. So what do people say is the problem with this best solution that you have? Okay, so you've got a couple of spaces here to put that in. And then why is your con not a huge impact? Why does the con not matter? So like if I were to type in here that my best solution was the well, and then the con was money, I would give reasons why we can get around the issue of that money. And then I've left kind of a space here for some notes down here at the bottom, just in case you need anything. Okay, so that's your best solution. Then it continues on, and you're going to do the same kind of thing for the other 2 solutions that you wrote about in paper number 2. So you've got your second solution. What are your cons? And again, it says to suggest going back to the worksheet from the last paper. And then why does the con here make your best solution look better? So I'm going to add that in. Okay, why does it make your best solution look better? So you're just defending why these solutions are not as good as the one that you're putting up here for your best solution. Okay? And then it says to go back to your directions for assignment 7 and then create your new Google Doc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the example paper very quickly, and then I will walk you through creating your document. So here's the model, the example for the final piece of this paper. Okay, so again, you'll notice that I have it set up with MLA format. I've got my header up here in the corner. And then I've got my heading with all this information. I have a title. And then I start my essay with an introduction. Okay, and I have my thesis right here. And this thesis is very specific. Okay, it says the best solution for water scarcity is effective government regulations. So in this particular paper, your thesis should tell me what your best solution is. Then when you go into here, that's the first thing you want to talk about is the best solution. So we did government regulations, and I'm explaining in this paper why it is the best with citations. Okay, so you'll notice that I've got some citations in here. And I am discussing opposers. Okay, so it says opposers of government regulation argue, and then I give their reason. And then I say, yeah, it is cheaper, okay, to waste water than to conserve it. And I said, while conserving water is costly, and I give a reason for why we should still conserve it. Okay, so I'm still going back and saying why mine is the best solution, even though some people might be against it. Then it goes on to my other kind of resources, and it says another opposition, and these are kind of not the best idea. Okay, so we talk about how here's my second solution. It's a good concept, but it's unrealistic. Okay, and we do the same thing here. We have our third solution is managing the wastewater. And so we say, yeah, people like the idea, but it requires a lot of support and education, and it doesn't address the drinking water issue. Okay, so there's some issues here that we want to say, this is why this is not my best solution. And then I end with my conclusion down here at the bottom. Okay, at the end of my paper on its own separate page, again, oops, I went too far. I have my works cited page. Okay, notice that the indent is the hanging indent, and I've got it alphabetized by the first word of either the title or the author's last name. Okay, and then again, we have our outline that's filled in. This one's at the bottom. I don't have a preference if you put yours at the top or the bottom, but you do need to have the outline here. Okay, so there's the model. So now I want to take you through setting up your paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my drive, and I'm going to find the outline from assignment number 4 that we've been working with, and I'm going to open that up. Okay, and I'm going to do kind of the same idea here, where I'm going to copy over my introduction, just like I have for the last few papers. And I'm going to go to a brand new document. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my header. I'm going to make sure that it is Times New Roman and 12-point font, and that it's on the right side. So I'm going to type in my last name and a space, and then I'm going to insert my page number. And then I'm going to click out of this gray area where the header is. I'm going to reset everything to Times New Roman, 12-point font, and double spaced. And I'm going to type in my name, the teacher's name. I'm going to type in the course, and then the date that this is due, which is going to be September 23rd. Okay, then I'm going to hit enter 2 times. I'm going to center it, and I'm going to put my title. And remember, your title should be something that is relevant to your topic. Oops. And then I'm going to hit enter 2 times, put my cursor back over. Now you're welcome to start your paper here and put your outline on the bottom. The process is still the same. So I've copied my introduction, so I'm going to paste that here. And then I'm going to go back. And we have already copied over this information for paper 1. And we have also copied over the information for paper 2. So I'm going to skip down all of that. And I'm going to see where it says paper 3. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to start copying from where it says paper 3. And I'm just going to go straight to the end because I still need to copy over my conclusion as well. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to paste it into my new document. And then I would go ahead and fill this in based on the worksheet that we've already done. And then I'm going to insert a page break. And this is where I type the paper. Okay, so paper 3 should be 600 words and all of that. Okay, then when I'm done with that, I'm going to insert another page break. And this is where I'm going to type in my works cited. Make sure that's centered. And then again, I can go to the add-ons, EasyBib Creator, Manage Bibliography, and it will create my works cited stuff for you when you put your websites in. Okay, so there is how to create your document, and then you're going to come up here in the title and title it with your last name. So I would say Coyle, and I would say assignment number 7, paper 3, best. Okay, and this would be the document that you upload to Canvas.